Sarawak has the best bird nest quality around the world. So I'm stepped into bird nest industry. I try to bring our local bird nest to China and start to be the importer of bird nests. I'm a single mother, so I try to help some single mother or some very difficult mothers because they have to take care of all the kids and they cannot work and they don't have enough income. They will just come to me and I'll just accept. So mostly my staff in the factory is 99% is female.
Sarawak, home to nearly 2.5 million ethnically and culturally diverse people, is the third largest contributor to Malaysia's economy, thanks to its abundant natural resources and thriving ecosystem. But down on the home front, local businesses have been making their own marks in their community over the years. In this series, we meet some of the most innovative and aspiring Sarawakians today to find out why they do what they do and how they do it. More women are becoming entrepreneurs in their own right, breaking gender barriers and challenging stereotypes. Our story today is about one such woman, a single mother who founded one of Sarawak's highly lucrative business of bird's nest farming, providing not just a delicacy made of bird spittle to the rest of the world, but also employment and opportunities to other women in Sarawak.
Sarawak is very famous with its quality of bird nest because of the tropical climate, which can provide sufficient rainfalls and sunlight to its flora and fauna to grow. As a result of that, the quality of bird nest is very big, thick, in white milky colors.
This is Jalan Semaba, an industrial park located on the outskirts of Kuching, where Heidi's edible bird's nests are processed in a plant. Her company exports bird's nests to primarily China, Taiwan, and Singapore.
This is how we process bird nests. As what you can see from the table, we have only 2 bowls of water and 1 bowl, so small bowls of water used to wash the tweezer. We are actually doing the traditional hand-picked bird nest process. This is the process before we pick. It's like a lot of feathers and some dot inside there. We are not using any chemical or additive things. We only use water and tweezer to pick all the feather and to clean the bird nest. Bisa 500. 3 tray panjai.
The edible bird's nest is produced exclusively by the white nest swiftlets, a species commonly found in Southeast Asia. These birds build their nests with their saliva, which hardens into a gel-like substance when exposed to air. Contrary to popular belief, bird's nests do not contain collagen, but are rather high in sialic acid and glycoprotein. Sialic acid is known to promote cell-to-cell interaction, enhancing memories and learning ability.
Bird nest has contained 0 collagen, but it is having a high volume of water-soluble protein, which contribute a lot of EGF, which is effective growth factor. This EGF is very good for our complexion improvement and anti-aging.
Humans didn't always know swiftlets' nests were edible, but during an expedition to Nanyang in the 1400s, a shipwrecked Admiral Zheng He and his crew found themselves rejuvenated after consuming bird's nests to stave off hunger. Since then, bird's nest farming has become a highly lucrative industry in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. In the past, the nests were harvested from caves where swiftlets naturally resides. But in the 1990s, a new method of farming bird's nests in specially built birdhouses was introduced to traders in Sarawak, and the industry flourished. Bird's nests are typically white in color, but some types are red. The red variety is called cave nest or dong yan, which gets its distinguishable color from the iron content found on cave surfaces where swiftlets build their nest.
Calf nests tend to be more yellowish and red. So according to Enchester, the nutrition level of calf nests is much more better and more than house nests. Is it the fact? We have to make more research on it.
The price of raw bird's nest has skyrocketed over the last 3 decades due to its demand and rarity, from the recorded 80 ringgit per kilo in the 1980s to 5,000 ringgit per kilo in recent years.
After we clean the bird nest, then we'll go to our next stage, is to do the shaping. The original carp nest that we already hand-picked, and the very clean one is like that. Then we will tear it into small stripes, like this. We'll take a lot of this type of stripe to put in the bottom of the mold and do it like this. And we will use some of the crumble nest to put in the corner to make sure that the bird nest will stick together. And after that, we will cover with the stripe again.
After the break, the tour of the plant continues, and we'll get an exclusive peek into the process of making bird's nest. Back in Jalan Semaba, Heidi walked us through the meticulous stages of processing the delicate edible bird's nest. After hand-picking, cleaning and molding each nest, they are moved to a different room to air dry overnight.
This is our final drying room, and this is how we dry our bird nest. We are using acorn, fan and dehumidifier. So we don't put any additive once again. Just to remind, because some of the others, they use special technique so that the bird nest can dry very fast, but no, we don't. We use acorn, fan and dehumidifier to make sure the bird nest become dry like this. It takes us about 6 to 8 hours to dry our bird nest naturally.
Processed bird's nests come in several shapes, such as cups, stripes, or biscuits. The most sought after is the cup nest, as it retains the nest's original shape and boasts greater nutritional properties. This means that they also command a higher price in the market. China has always been the largest market for bird's nest products. The Chinese immigration have established a stringent quarantine and inspection protocol on bird's nest importation to assure quality and prevent counterfeits from entering the market. Heidi's plant, as part of this industry, has to comply with the safety and hygiene standards specified by Malaysia Ministry of Health, the Department of Veterinary Services, and the Chinese Academy of Inspection and Quarantine. For someone whose business takes place on the global stage, Heidi's origins are modest. She comes from a small town in Sarawak, Lubuk Antu. We wanted to know more about Heidi's journey that led her to where she is today, so we invited her for a quick chat. How was it like growing up
in Lubuk Antu? It's like simple and boring. We have only a few friends and we stay together every day, almost every day. As a result of staying in Lubuk Antu, because almost all of my friends is Iban. So the very special things that I can speak Iban, and my nanny is also Iban. And I have, the basic 3 language everyone can speak lah. Malay, Melayu, Mandarin and English, and I can speak Hakka as well because that's my own language. Yeah.
Heidi then moved to New Zealand for university, where she took up a degree in hospitality.
I asked my parents, what should I study? It's because they are coming from Lubuk Antu and they have already so long in Lubuk Antu, they don't have any information. Where do you should further your studies? What should you do in the future? We don't have any information. So when I asked them about this, they can't provide me any information or resources. So then when my friend go and participate in this education fair, he decided to take that one. As he is my good friend, then I'll take the same subject with him. It's just a very simple reason, not because I like tourism, no. Yeah. After my graduation in New Zealand, actually I moved to China. I'm going to China with my boyfriend. He is a Chinese. So I'm going back and working in his company as a purchasing manager. After 2 years going back to China, we decided to get married to each other, and we have our own house and some business. After like 2 years, it's like the business started very well. So I'm stepped into bird nest industry and try to bring our local bird nest to China and start to be the importer of bird nests. I realized that this business can work because when I come, every time when I go back to Malaysia, the Chinese people will always ask me, "Can you bring me back your Malaysia bird nest?" Then every time I come back, I bring like 3 kilos to 5 kilos hand carry to them. Every time that they request for a lot of quantity until I can't afford to bring. So then I have an idea of why not I open a shop, bird nest shop, and supply to them. That might be a good opportunity for me.
Heidi started out her business mainly on Chinese social media like WeChat and Weibo.
Chinese is our biggest market, so they know very well which country's bird nest is very good. So if you compare to you are Chinese, you are selling bird nest, or you are a Malaysian, you are selling bird nest, who will you choose? So that's made me outshine from others. Because of some of the family issue, that lack of communication, it caused about the divorcement of me and my husband. Because of lack of the knowledge of law and regulation, I have almost losing 90% of my properties, businesses, even the share of the shop in China. But I decided to give up everything and come back to Malaysia, come back to my hometown, Kuching. Yeah.
Heidi brought her 2 children home, believing that she could provide better education for them in Kuching than in China.
At least we can speak 3 languages. Yeah. So I decided to bring them back with me. Yep. It's like my kids and me, when I come back from China, we heard some of the gossip behind us and saying that they used to be very rich before and now they become like what? Yeah. So they're coming back, don't know what to do. Yes, we face a lot of this discrimination. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Initially, I also don't know how to control, so I'll be very bad temper. So and then when I look others people's is better than me, I will feel like jealous, and why they are so good and why am I like this? Why is this unfair for me? As a single parent with 2 kids and a new business, I need to have a very good time management and very strong control of my emotion, because sometimes you are facing some difficult person that you have to like firm yourself. You have to control your anxiety. That's the words that very important, anxiety. The main cause of the anxiety is the uncertainties of your future. What can you give to your children in the future? How much can you earn for your living? What should you do for your living? Is this a good direction? Is it the correct direction to go? Yeah, that's all the question inside my brain. But after a few years, not say months, it takes me about one year to understand the world. Everyone has their own fact. Everything happens for a reason. So when you know that the reason why you are so you try to study more books. Because I was away from Kuching for so many years already, and I don't get familiar with the situation in Kuching. I have a long consideration of which industry to get in. should I choose tourism? Should I become a travel agent? Because actually I qualified for open now a travel agency. Or should I continue my bird nest business? I have no clue at all by that time. And after an appointment with my friends, he asked me one question: what can you do beside bird nest? And my answer is, I only know bird nest. I can only know this industry. So that's the reason why I chose to come back to bird nest again. Yeah, to start a factory.
Heidi Hu is a single mother of two who restarted her business of selling and processing bird's nests in Sarawak after returning from China. After being away for so many years, she had been unfamiliar with the local business practices and was vulnerable to swindling. But that didn't stop her.
I cannot stop because I have 2 kids to raise. So I have to keep moving even though I get cheated by people. Even though I am so down, but the next day you still have to work. You still have to start over again. But you will learn something from that lesson.
Her factory in Kuching consists of mostly women, many of whom are single mothers. Drawing from her own experience as a single mother and entrepreneur, Heidi aims to inspire and empower women through her business by providing them with opportunities for personal and professional growth.
I'm a single mother, so I try to help some single mother or some very difficult mothers because they have to take care of all the kids and they cannot work and they don't have enough income. They will just come to me and I'll just accept. So mostly my staff in the factory is 99% is female. Even though they are not single mother, but they are the only one who earn for living. So I found that there is some situation like this. So I'm just welcome some people like this. They come and work for me.
Today, Heidi has retail stores in 2 Chinese cities, Ningbo and Anqi.
The life is good, the married life is good. But sometimes we have to upgrade ourselves also. A lot of people, they give up their life, their own life, they forgot who they are after they have their kids. And they married to a very rich husband, they don't have to do anything, just taking care of the kids. But he will lose the meaning of life. What he live for? Is it only for the kids? The kids will grow up and they will look for their own life. And what are you then? What is your interest then? What are you looking for your life in your whole life then? So we never forget what we want in our life. They need to be financially independent first before everything. They need to work actually, not only for the kids. They need to work for make sure themselves, the safety of themselves. And then the second thing is be positive. Because you are not the worst. There is always somebody worse than you.
Perhaps it is no surprise that Heidi was drawn to this industry. Just like the swiftlet that skillfully navigate dark caves and produce homes for their young, Heidi also faces challenges and obstacles with the same perseverance and resourcefulness.
Do not look back, have to look forward. Do not stop upgrading yourself. That's the key words. No one can help you. You are the only one who can help yourself. Yeah.
So please don't make me do it, 'cause I got too much to lose. I got too much.